Right, so the Boruto leaks have dropped, and this chapter just needs to be talked about. I just have to talk about it because Kishimoto has been cooking something insane at the moment, and yeah, I don't think I can actually show the individual panels because I think that would get me like copyrighted or whatever. So I'll just have to talk a bit about it. Probably just put like a picture of like time skip Boruto in the video because like that seems pretty relevant at the moment. So to start off with the chapter, it seems that it starts off with Shikamaru, who's basically like Hokage at this point. Like he's basically like in charge because Naruto's gone. So like Shikamaru sends like all the like top tier characters, and then just like a couple of like the Genin, like the main character ones, like Sarado and Mitsuki after Kawaki. So like I think it was like Shikamaru, Konohamaru, Sasuke, Sarada, Mitsuki have been sent after Kawaki. And Kawaki's like, he's basically drained at this point. I don't know why, he hasn't really done much, but he seems to be out of chakra. He's like hiding in a bush or something, like he's in the forest. And then like Ada, with her like clairvoyance ability, sees what's going on. And obviously because she's like a top tier like Kawaki meat rider, she flies off and goes over to him. At which point Kawaki says like the most like pathetic, like ridiculous thing I've ever heard, where he starts talking about like, how like he wishes him and Boruto could swap places and all that. And Ada, being like the top tier Kawaki meat rider that she is, uh, just like literally sport like just backs out like the power of God like from inside of her, and just like mind controls the entire planet into thinking that Boruto killed Naruto and that he's the enemy of the leaf and that he has a Naruto's son. And like it's literally crazy. She starts like levitating in the air, creates like a gigantic explosion. It shows some sort of ring around Earth or something, I don't know. And it's like it seems that there's some common trend in Boruto of there being so many characters who are like literally obsessed with other characters. It's like an unhealthy degree. Like you have Ada being obsessed with Kawaki, Kawaki being obsessed with Naruto. You have Code being obsessed with Ishiki. And yeah, I'm probably leaving out some, but it seems to be a common trend in this series for people to be obsessed with other people. It's like an unhealthy degree. And just like all of these unhealthy relationships are just spawning all these problems. Yeah, if I'm being honest at this point, Momoshiki can have him. Like, whether he wants to back out Giant Rasengan, whether he wants to feed him to Ten Tails, trap him in another dimension, uh, eat him, I don't know. Like, bro can have him at this point. Same with Code. It's free pickings at this point. Like, anyone can take Kawaki at this point. Like, uh, I feel like for the time being, like, uh, my liking towards Kawaki is gone. Like, if I look back at it, basically everything after the Ishiki arc, after he took out Ishiki, his characters just continue to go like further and further downhill in terms of how much I like him. Like that doesn't mean necessarily he's a bad character. It's kind of like Danzo, for instance. Like Danzo isn't like poorly written, but I hate him. It's the same way for Kawaki. I don't quite hate him yet, but I don't like him either. And like at this point, I think he's just crossed the line. I don't see how. I don't see how it can be like Sasuke, where at the end of the story, like him and Boruto are back to being best friends. At this point, like for me, if I was Boruto, it's over. I don't see how Kawaki can be redeemed from this because that's like crossing the line. Like I don't know, but I guess you could argue that it's more Ada's fault than Kawaki's because he didn't directly do it. But then it's like go back to the story. After that, it seems that I don't know quite how, but Boruto ends up back at like where he had this fight with Kawaki, or maybe he just stayed there the whole time. And then everyone else pulls up, and then Jesus, and then Mitsuki backs out Sage Mode and Boruto starts attacking him. Sarada's confused and it doesn't seem that the ability worked on her, which means it probably didn't work on Sumire either. And hopefully it didn't work on Sasuke, because if Boruto still had Sasuke on this side, then everything's alright, because Sasuke is pretty much the strongest person in the village at this point who could side with Boruto. So yeah, but basically what Momoshiki said has happened. Like, everything's been taken away from him, not in the way that most people thought. Me and pretty much everyone else included thought it meant that people were going to die, but it looks like literally everyone has been taken away from him and given to Kawaki. And it's quite funny because last chapter Kawaki was trying to take his life, but this chapter he took his life, but in a different way. Literally, like, he literally stole his life. Like, I'm a bit confused on the implications of this, because does this mean that, like, history has literally been changed? So, like, if we look back at the Uzumaki household, is it going to have pictures of Naruto, Hinata, Kawaki, and Himawari or something? And, like, is all the files in the academy going to say that, like, Kawaki, like, graduated, like, a couple years ago and, like, bro was at top of the class and all that? Is it going to come up saying all of that? And, like, does everyone in the village think that, like, Kawaki was the one who did the final blow on Momoshiki and stuff like that? Uh, so we'll have to kind of wait and see on that. Maybe it's elaborated on in the chapter, because again, I'm going just off of leaks. But, like, from this point forward, like, Boruto's life is just in the bin. Like, what has he actually got left? He can't go to the other villages because they're probably under the control as well. The only people outside of all the villages that we're aware of are uh well, there's Kashin Koji, who depending on where he actually is, because we don't know where he is, he may or may not be affected. But either way, whether he's affected or not, I think that there's a chance that he could still help Boruto, because unlike basically everyone else who, like, in all the other villages prior to this, they've all shown, like, an element of a lack of trust slash hostility towards Kawaki, which would now be placed onto Boruto. Kashin Koji has, throughout all his appearances, not really shown any hostility to either of them. And, like, we have to remember, Kashin Koji was the one who, like, originally, like, blew up the airship to allow Kawaki to escape from Kara in the first place. He put his life on the line to battle Jigen to free Kawaki of the karma. And now all of that, he's going to think that, like, he destroyed the hot air balloon or blimp or whatever to free Boruto, and he put his life on the line to get rid of Boruto's karma. So there's a chance that Kashin Koji might be able to help Boruto now and potentially train him. Then there's also Code, who's in another dimension, so will probably be unaffected. But it's unknowing on whether he would help Boruto or not. But he could, because Code's hatred for Kawaki definitely overrides basically everything else. So maybe Code and Boruto could be able to come to some sort of deal. And I don't know what that could entail. Maybe, depending on if it's revealed whether Code's feelings for Ada are real or not, he might be able to get Code to kill Ada. Probably not. Killing Ada will probably have to be left to Sarada at this point. Like, she's gonna have to go through, like, the most ridiculous training arc ever to, like, get strong enough to do that. But it's gonna have to be her. And yeah, I think that's everything at the moment I've got to say about the chapter. Probably more stuff will get revealed when the leaks come out. But if you liked this video, then maybe subscribe. My current goal is to reach 5 subscribers. If you got any other thoughts on the chapter, maybe leave a comment. My goal is to get, like, 1 comment. And yeah, leave a like. Hopefully we can get, like, 2 likes on the video. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one.